Recently, I have discovered a very interesting thing about rescuing WYLL in the goblin camp. When you first come to the goblin camp, you see WYLL being abused by the goblins. If you try to interact with him, he will be taken to the cage. After that, if you save him from there, he becomes invisible and gets to safety. I was curious to know what happens if I make him invisible during his performance in front of the goblins. I tried and it made all the goblins hostile. Let's try again. This time I'll use fog cloud and keep myself inside the fog. From there, if I use invisibility on WYLL, it works. WYLL stops performing and gets out of that area. But what if I remove fog cloud now? See, the goblins have no problem with me. After WYLL's disappearance, I saw this goblin trying to take WYLL's place with some terrible performance. But the good thing is, she doesn't mind even though her captive is gone. Now the big question is, where is WYLL? In general, when we free him from the cage, we can send him to our camp. Let's see if we can find him in the camp. He is here. Also, you can ask him how he found your camp.
Finding is my job, my friend. If there's anything in the world worth knowing, I assure you, I do.
Now I'll be showing you a very interesting way to free the owlbear cub without chicken chasing game or spending any gold. Also, you do not need to kill anyone or pass any skill checks if you use this method. Sheena Daniel commented about this in one of my previous videos, and a big thanks to her for sharing this with us. For this, first you will have to come to this goblin named Krolla who has arranged a chicken chasing game. She will wager some gold for the game. Here we will be stealing her gold by using invisibility or fog cloud. After that, talk your way out of the situation. On the other hand, if you want, you can sell your items to her. You just need to make sure that she has very few or no gold left on her inventory. Once done, if you talk to her, she'll abandon the game proposal.
No more chicken chasing. Seems like it's all about money for some, and I ain't got any to bet.
Now talk to the owlbear cub about your camp. Then talk to the goblin again, and now you'll get the option to take the owlbear cub.
Right, go on then. Fat bird's yours. Don't need the hassle.
Everything is done. Now after several long rests, the cub will come to your camp and it is all yours. Necromancy of The. Most of the players try to read this book and pass the checks as it is related to an interesting quest. But if you somehow make your mind to destroy the book, you're gonna see something very interesting. Basically, this book is immune to all sort of damage except radiant damage. Very few players will try to destroy the book as it doesn't make much sense to do this. However, let me show you what happens if I destroy it anyway.
Probably wise of you to get rid of that thing.
So it got destroyed and spawned some shadow monsters. So far I have never seen these shadow monsters in any Act 1 areas, let alone in Blighted Village. When you first come to the chapel entrance of Overgrown Ruins, you'll see some bandits are giving about the loots. When you come close to them, a cutscene will trigger. Here you'll get two options, either you can kill them or make them leave the place with some dialogue checks. This is the usual way most of the players go through. But if you use the alternative path to go to the crypt first, then it will trigger a new cutscene where you'll get a very funny dialogue option to scare them off. Let me show you.
You're both twice as tall as me, but I have half that bloody backbone! Whoever was flying that thing can't have survived. Whatever's left is up for grabs.
Look out! Someone's coming from the crypt!
What the? Who are you? That crypt's ours. Think you can clear it out from under our noses? Come on, you lot! Let's get out of here!
Before moving further, I have a request. Please hit the subscribe button to get more contents like this. It costs you only a few seconds but fills my heart with joy and all my hard works get paid off. So please, do this. Do you remember Lacrisa in Emerald Grove? In your playthrough, if you kill her, then you're gonna see an NPC named Zay in the camp party. This NPC is very rare because you must kill Lacrisa and side with the grove to get her. She'll appear in the camp party after you slay all the goblin leaders. Zay is a very interesting character. If you talk to her, you'll get some cool dialogue options. Also, she'll propose you to dance. Let me show you.
Let's dance!
Yeah.
When you first meet Priestess Gods, you get an option to brand yourself. The brand of the Absolute is an optional permanent bonus that leads to unique dialogue options and powerful item interactions. Here, a lot of players make a mistake that they just brand their main character, but if you want, you can brand all your party members. Even if Priestess God dies, still you can do this. Just talk to this goblin with each party members and get them branded.
Ain't polite to stare, Wormwalt. If you ain't got the guts to get branded, clear off.
Now I'll be talking about two hidden chests that a lot of players miss in early Act 1. The first one is under a rock near the place where you first meet ASTARION. Let me show you.
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
The second one is near SHADOWHEART's place. Let me show you. In my last playthrough, I sided with the Grove and slayed all the goblin leaders. But I didn't rescue HALSIN. I didn't even go near the prison where he was held captive. Still, I had high hopes that he would appear in the camp party. But no, he didn't. So I thought he died because I didn't rescue him. But HALSIN surprised me. After a long rest in that party night, he appeared in my camp as an unexpected guest and introduced himself. Let me show you.
A fine camp you have here. My apologies for showing up unannounced. I am HALSIN, first druid of the Emerald Grove, and I owe you my thanks.
If you hadn't seen to the leaders of that goblin horde, the grove would be no more. I am in your debt.
Do you remember Oliver in Shadowheart's Lands? This kid proposes to play hide and seek when you meet him. After the game you get a special ring as a reward. But using some tricks you can get an additional reward here that most of the players miss. How to get this additional gift? I have shown this with some other rare and missable interactions in this video. You can watch it by clicking here. Visit my channel to get more Baldur's Gate 3 videos like this. Subscribe if you like. Till then, have a nice day. Goodbye.